Guys, my name is Kratika and I am senior mentor in Clevered. Today we're going to have a session together. I will be your speaker and instructor for this session. We're going to learn something new today. Okay, the topic that we're going to do today is Day of AI 4. And the whole content is designed by MIT and Clevered is organizing this session for all of you. Okay. First of all, I just want to know from all of you guys who is following this Day of AI series from the first session itself. Today we are having fourth session of Day of AI. Okay, Sarvajit is following up. Ralph is there. Okay, good. I think Pravit was also there in the last few sessions. Anybody else who is following this Day of AI session from the first day itself? Okay, a lot of you are giving me responses on chat. That's good. Yasmi says it's my first session. Okay, never mind, that's fine. Kushagra says, ma'am, me from day 2 didn't receive from 1. Okay. Do anyone wants to share me the response or feedback on how these Day of AI sessions are going on? Are these being helpful for you, and any feedback from anybody's end? Definitely who has taken the previous sessions of Day of AI. Pravit, would you like to tell me something what you all did till now? Any feedbacks on Day of AI session? Pravit, this is for you. Unmute yourself. Am I audible, guys? It's fun. Okay. Cool. Also, we're going to have this session really interactive. So that is going to be my request to everyone. If you have any questions or if you have the answers of my questions, you can unmute yourself and we can talk. Okay. You're not allowed to unmute. Okay. Miss Manshi, if you're there, or Miss Radhika, if you're there, could you please allow students to unmute themselves? Please give them the access of unmuting them. Miss Radhika, Miss Manshi, there's a request to you. Okay, cool. Yeah, Pravit. So I would like to hear from you how these Day of AI sessions are going on.
Very fun, very fun.
Nice, great.
I also learned new things, and I was also able to revise the concepts.
Yes, absolutely. That's great. And you might be learning something new also, is it?
Yeah, it gives us a chance to learn about AI, and the AI is technically which is happening every day, and it's improving a lot. So these sessions are helping us to catch up with the day how AI is improving.
Yes, perfect. So this is the motive of organizing these workshops, okay, so that everybody should be aware about the technology, this AI, artificial intelligence, which is in great demand these days, okay. So now today, as I said, we're going to have our Day of AI session 4. So we're going to learn something new today. Okay, this is going to be the last, the last session for the whole series. We have 4 sessions, 4 workshops for this Day of AI series. And today we're going to have the 4th one. Okay. So till now, I think you learned about machine learning. You learned about teachable machines. In the last Day of AI session, you learned about how apps can be built. Am I right? Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. So the thing that we're going to do today is our session will be all on ChatGPT. Okay, our today's session name is Outside the Box ChatGPT. I hope everybody is able to see my screen.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah, today we're gonna have some knowledge about ChatGPT. I think most of you have heard about it, right?
Şu an yani ChatGPT. Talking about ChatGPT. Huh?
I think, sorry, guys, if you're not speaking something, it's a request. Everybody should mute themselves. Okay. Yeah. So, do you have any information about ChatGPT? I think most of you have heard about it, right?
Yes, ma'am. Chat GPT is it's kind of like a AI which helps in your chats, whatever you type in and stuff. And whenever you saying anything which is not, when you're saying something which is rude, it will turn that word into tag. So I think that's Chat GPT.
Uh-huh. So ChatGPT is something very, very interesting and very, very it's going to be very, very helpful for us to use. Okay. So this ChatGPT session is for everyone from grade 3 till grade 12. For all the ages starting from age 8 until 18, because everybody can use ChatGPT in a very efficient manner. So today it's not only about what ChatGPT is, but how ChatGPT is designed and how efficiently you can use ChatGPT for your daily life, like for your school, for any assignments, or it's going to be helpful for you in any ways you want to use it. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What is this?
We will talk about it, Fariha. I'm going to tell you what is this. Don't worry, okay?
Okay, but I
Yeah.
thought
So moving on, the creative process. How can we be more creative with ChatGPT? What is the process behind that whole thing? This whole process from the start towards the end, whole thing we will be discussing. Okay. So first, there's an activity to everyone. First of all, the first thing that you have to do is write a line of story stating with once upon a time. I'm pretty sure you must have heard about a lot of stories that starts from this statement. Once upon a time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep yourself muted. I can hear you in once as well. Second part is you have to pass your storyline to another student and other student will continue that. Are you getting me? So you can,
yes.
yeah. So what you're going to do is you are going to send a message, a direct message to anyone. Okay. And it will be like once upon a time. Send this line to anyone. And then the other person has to continue the story. I hope I'm clear.
Yes.
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 And then everybody has to repeat this process. Okay. So if suppose somebody has sent me once upon a time, I will add that story. Once upon a time, there was a lion. After writing this once upon a time, there was a lion, you are going to pass this line to some other student. So that way you have to repeat this process. And finally, we would be having a little story. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody can start, guys. Even I would say everybody can start.
Mama, that means
If you know someone from here, you can send once upon a time to anyone. Ayan, you can start. Fariha, Alexander, Zuhair. Guys, you start once upon a time. Send this to someone. Ansh, send it. Risha.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Riyadh, once upon a time there was a lion.
Okay. I think I have got a lot of
Ma'am,
things.
you're not audible.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
I don't have a book. Can I go get one?
sure. You can?
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. So I think I have got a lot of responses on that.
Good
Let me
evening,
take
ma'am.
one. Very good evening. Please keep yourself muted. I have got a lot of responses. I'm going to continue with once upon a time, there was a wizard. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a wizard. Now you guys have to continue that. Some can continue. Once upon a time, there was a dragon. Continue this. Once upon a time, there was a wizard. Second is once upon a time, there is one dragon.
Miss,
Yeah.
did you say once upon a time there was a lizard?
Wizard.
شو رياضة خجلات؟
Come on, please continue this. And keep continuing, okay? Keep sending your responses. Then finally, we will hear a few stories. Okay, I have got one response. Once upon a time, there was a wizard who can see the future of everyone except himself. Nice. This is a wonderful story which is being continued. Now, this is something that I would like to continue. Okay, I am sending to someone from you guys. Okay, I'm selecting someone. Ayan, continue this. Ayan Srivastava. Okay. Nice. I have got very good responses. Navishta, I have sent you one story. Continue this.
Top right.
I think somebody is already using ChatGPT. Who is that? Abdullah Ahmed. Don't do that. Don't do that. We have to form a story. You have to brainstorm and form a story for now. Ignore that story. Adit Nath.
رياضة عمار.
Okay, I think we have got enough stories. Anybody wants to conclude their stories now?
Ma'am, I didn't start my story.
Come on, put it in chat. Now you conclude the stories, what we selected, and we're going to have a look into that. Okay. So our story started with once upon a time, there was a wizard. Second story started with once upon a time, there was a dragon.
Once upon a time there was a lizard.
Wizard. Okay, let us read this one. I have got very interesting one. What is he saying? Once upon a time, there was a wizard who can see the future of everyone except himself. He was very eager to hear about his future. He wanted to train a wizard to become like him. This is something I found very interesting. Then moving on, let's find out another good, interesting story.
فتح الكاميرا زهير.
Okay, Sanvi says, Sanvi, I can see you have kept this a lot of time on the chat. I can see in once also, you just put it one time. That's it. That's fine. Once upon a time, there was a dog who loved his owner. He played fetch, swimming, eating, and it was the best day of his life. Okay. Any other story, guys? I really like this one. Great work, Sar, Vajit. Good work. Okay, Ali says, once upon a time, there was a wizard who could read people's mind and see the future. He wanted to teach small children and adults to do it. Okay, that is interesting. So what is the motive of this particular activity that I'm asking you to do? What do you think? What is the motive of that?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
To be creative and do something.
He answers it. Do not know.
Okay, we will talk about it. So we heard some of the stories. Okay, sequence. Rudy says sequence. It shows how ChatGPT. Okay, you are very, very closer to that, Lakshya. Good.
You give him information and then it does it for you.
Okay. See, right now, what was happening? There was a lot there. You guys, everybody was involved in a story making, right? We had a lot
Yes.
of mind that was working at one go for one story. I gave you
Yes.
just the starting of it. I just said once upon a time, and a lot of you
Let's do
continued
it.
that story. Guys, please mute yourself. Keep yourselves muted.
No. Okay.
If you don't mute yourself, I have to request team to mute everybody in one go.
No,
so
please.
it's better you keep yourself muted so that everybody else will not get disturbed.
Mama, I muted myself.
Yeah, please mute. It's fine. I can see everybody who is muted. Okay. Okay. See now, what are we gonna do? Here we saw some of the stories. The objective of me asking you to write these stories is in one go, a lot of mind were actually working on the same thing, right? So what was happening? I gave you just one line and everybody started to brainstorm and complete the story, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have to give this assignment to ChatGPT. The assignment that our brain did right now, the same assignment we will give to ChatGPT now. Okay. Have you ever used ChatGPT before?
What does it
No.
mean?
Okay,
Yes.
I am giving everybody the link on chat box.
Okay.
Guys, stop messaging so that everybody can see the link I'm
It's
sharing.
chat.openai.com and also
Yeah,
also
I'm
you need
telling
your
you
WhatsApp
that.
number. Yeah, you need your
Okay.
WhatsApp number to create an account.
Okay, it's fine. I know that. I'm just putting that to everyone. This is chat.openai.com. Stop sending the stories now. Abdullah, it's fine. Guys, this is the link, chat.openai.com.
You didn't send it. I don't see it.
I will send it again.
Done, teacher.
No, I
Okay.
found it.
See, first of all, what you have to do is you have to open the link I have given to you and you have to sign in. Okay, sign in with your Google account. And this is ChatGPT platform which should open for you.
Okay. Riyadh Scott.
Everybody has opened. Please send your messages on chat now if you have
Ma'am?
opened ChatGPT.
Ma'am, Miss,
Yeah.
when I opened the link, I could not, I did not see the screen and I could not send any chats.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't set anything on chat. Just open. I'll tell you what to do next.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Teacher, I tried to sign in, but I can't create my account.
It's fine. If that is not working, you can leave it. Just see here on the screen. If your accounts are not working or you're not able to sign in, just see my screen, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Manshi, at this moment, you can mute kids so that I can proceed with this. If you guys will have any questions to me, please put it in the chat box, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, mute yourself, please. Next is, okay, if this ChatGPT platform is not opening for you, don't worry. Please see my screen, okay? I will show you how it is gonna work. Now, the task that I gave you right now to write once upon a time, the same task I'm gonna give to my machine. Once upon a time. And here is the answer. I only wrote once upon a time and my machine is giving me the whole response. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there existed a magical kingdom called Everland and so on. I am getting this story. Are you guys also getting the same story or you're getting something else? Could you please confirm? Everybody else got the same story or you got some other stories? Pravat is getting different. Okay. I think most of you will get a different stories. Right? Not everybody is getting the same story, but all of us are getting different stories. How is this thing working? That is something also we have to look into. Okay, so we just saw how a computer can write a story. So now let us talk about the AI and the creative process behind getting the responses. What we observed right now, when we wrote once upon a time, everybody got different stories, right? Now let us understand what process is running behind that so that everybody is getting a different story. Why can't everyone is getting the same exact story that I received? Okay, so next thing is, let's talk about what ChatGPT is. So what is ChatGPT? It's a platform, right? What is this platform doing for us? Okay, do you think this platform is intelligent? A platform NLP AI, okay, that is fine. Okay, very nice. So see, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a chatbot. Okay, normally you might be aware about what chatbots are. So it's a simple chatbot which can interact with you. Okay, so it's a computer program that uses artificial intelligence to conduct an online conversation. Okay, second point is chatbots like ChatGPT use a large language model to generate human-like dialogue. What is this large language model? This we will understand now. Third part is a large language model is a probability or likelihood of distribution of the order of sequence of words. Probability term is there. How the system knows the probability of getting words or what exact story it has to come up with. This is something that we will see now. Fourth, last thing is ChatGPT uses the large language model, which is called as GPT-3, which is why it is called ChatGPT. Okay. Next is, have you ever spoken with a chatbot? I think most of you would have. Yes or no? Yeah. Definitely. I think most of you have all seen these kind of chatbots before also. Most of you knows about Siri, Alexa, all these virtual assistants that we have in our day-to-day life also, right? So chatbots are everywhere, but we have to understand how is this ChatGPT different from those chatbots and how is it going to be helpful for us. Okay, so here, first of all, let's understand the process of how chatbots work. Okay, so the first point that it tells us is a chatbot uses large language model to generate human-like dialogue. See, if you noticed, whatever you're gonna talk with chatbot, whatever it is, like you can even talk with the chatbot the way you are chatting with your friends. So chatbot is going to give you a correct response on it. Okay. So what is written? A chatbot uses large language models. What is this large language models? This is the whole concept we're gonna learn now. Okay. Now you can see over here the chat is going on. There's some chat which starts with, what is the weather like today in Boston? So chatbot is saying it appears to be low of 20 degrees and high of 35 degrees, which changes with snow. This is the response it has given. Okay, this response we have collected from ChatGPT only. Third thing is, now we have questions. Can you put together an output idea which would also work for school? And the chatbot is giving us the response. You can go with warm leggings, long sleeves, a comfortable sweater, coat, and gloves. You can choose many layers. Okay, you can choose many layers so that you can remove indoors and be comfortable in school. So I got my answer. I know what I have to wear, what is the weather. So thankfully, now I can dress myself according to it. So see, this ChatGPT is allowing us to do so. Okay. Next part is, what is large language model? Okay, Abdullah, you are not supposed to draw anything on the screen. Please stop this right here and listen to me. So what is large language model? This is something that we were discussing when we started learning what ChatGPT is. Okay, so the first thing is, we started with once upon a dash. There's nothing that we know after this particular statement, once upon a. So now we know, see, if I tell you once upon a right now, what is the probability? What will you say that what word should come right after that? It's gonna be the time. Alexander, please stop this right here. Amanshi, please take away all the access from students. Alexander and Abdullah, you're not supposed to do anything like that right here. Do not disturb everybody, please. Okay. So we were talking about the probability. Like we already know that when we talk about this term, once upon a, we always know that the next possible word is going to be time. So the probability of getting that word is 80%. Similarly, it might be the situation that we are talking about a city. So we can say once upon a city, once upon a way, once upon a pizza. The probability is very, very low for that. Okay. So what is a large language model? It is a computer program that learns to predict which word usually follow which one. Okay. So how the sequence of word actually works. Okay. And how the system has been trained. Because we have been trained from our, like when we were very small, start from that point, we were trained that whenever this term will come once upon a, we will use time 80 to 90% of the time, right? So what is this large language model? It is the exact same thing. It's a computer program that learns to predict which word usually follows which one. For example, let's say a large language model is given to a sentence once upon a. So the word it would learn is most likely to follow the next, which is time. Fine. Next is, how was ChatGPT made? Okay, it works in 3 steps. Step number 1, there's the data set. Step number 2, there is a learning algorithm. Step number 3, there is the prediction. Now, in last day of AI sessions, you must have understood what a data set is, what an algorithm is, and what a prediction is. Correct? You are well aware about it, right? Data set, algorithm, and prediction. Now, when we specifically talk about ChatGPT or these kind of chatbots, under algorithm section, we have 3 other sections too. Section number 1 that comes under algorithm is learn language. So it becomes very important in our systems to learn a specific language we are talking in. Second is learn conversation. Knowing language is not enough. Okay, but to communicate is very, very important. After you know the language, suppose everybody knows English, but knowing English is not enough, right? You should know how to make conversations in English. Correct? And third is learn conversation that humans like. And the third challenge that comes for this chatbot is these chatbots not only have to give us response, they not only have to conversate with us, but they have to make a conversation like a human being. Then only we will say that we have to pass this. Otherwise, no. Okay. First is cleaning the data set. Now, what is a data set? Collection of any sort of information. So whatever information we have received, we are going to clean that data set. Clean that data set means whatever is useful for us, we're going to take that useful information. Other than that, whatever is not useful for us, we are going to simply discard that. Okay. Then the next thing is the data set for ChatGPT. Now, what kind of data set ChatGPT is using? This is something that we have to understand here. First is magazines information. Some, if you talk to ChatGPT and you will ask some technical things, some science related things, it would work for you. So ChatGPT has to have chunks of all the words, paragraphs, sentence from billions of resources from the internet. Few resources can be the articles, recent articles, even the oldest articles, magazines, scientific papers, Twitters, Wikipedia, blogs, and whatnot. Because we are expecting that when we will talk with this ChatGPT, it has to give us response in any ways. Whatever we ask, it has to give us response. Then only we will say that it is a good chatbot, right? It is giving us a response like a human being. Otherwise, we will say, no, this is not working. Because before ChatGPT also, we have multiple chatbots. But we still won't say that these chatbots are going to be wonderful. But specifically, we are talking about this ChatGPT. Okay, so it has to be very, very precise. So we need millions of information, all of that from every resource that exists on internet. Now, let's talk about how the cleaning of data set is done. First step is looks at lots of text, billions of web pages, books, and blogs. The first point is your system, your algorithm is going to collect the data from multiple resources as we discussed. Second is clean that text, remove a lot of profanity. It means whatever text you have got, whatever information you have got, you will remove the unnecessary things from that and you will keep the necessary content. Third thing is split the text into chunks within the words. Biggest becomes biggest, etc. Now, you know about it. Like if you guys have studied NLP or if you already have done Wizard level 2, you must be already aware about NLP. Correct? Yeah. So now what happens in NLP algorithm, whatever we are speaking, okay, suppose I took this word speaking. Speaking is a word that comes from a base word called speak. And this speak base word can have multiple other derivatives like speaking, speaks, spoke, a lot of things like play, playing, plays, played, a lot of things like that. So what happens when the data set has been cleaned? Our words will be divided into chunks. because we need to know the meaning of everything. And one word called big has absolutely same meaning, even if we say biggest, bigger, whatever. Okay. Finally, these chunks are the input of the learning algorithm. Now, once we have got the complete data, we are going to put the whole chunk of data into the algorithm so that our algorithm can understand from this. Okay. Fine, right? Next, cleaning algorithm part 1. Which words follow which? The first thing that when we started learning about these algorithms, we studied that we have 3 phases: learn language, learn the conversation, and learn conversation human-like. So first thing is we're going to learn about learn language. Okay. So now let us understand which words follow which learning process in a simplified manner. That how the system knows that which word has to be associated with the other one. Okay, suppose I gave a word, I gave a statement called once upon a. So you already know, I'm not sure if you ever heard that before or not, or you are aware about it or not. This, all the computers, machines have a neural network. Are you aware about it? Anybody knows about it? Abdullah, you're not supposed to write that much on the chat box, please. Either you hear me out, or if you're not interested, you can drop. Okay, most of you haven't studied. Okay, let me give you a small overview about the neural network. Neural network, you know about it, we have in our brain, right? We have a lot of neurons in our brain, correct? These neurons are responsible for making or to make us feel something. Like suppose I touched a burning vessel and my hand got burnt. So the information is being transmitted into my brain and the neurons are doing that. As an output, I'm getting pain. Correct? Similarly, the way we have these neural network in our body, similarly, this neural network we even have in machines also. So with the help of this neural network, our machine is giving us the output. Okay. Now, how this neural network works, this is something we are understanding now. First is, the next word is pizza. First, let's think that, okay, after once upon a time, the next word that we're going to keep is pizza. The next thing that is going to happen is actually the text says time, once upon a time. Okay. So at that point, we studied that first of all, whenever our machine is going to react or work on anything, it would just take that how many times that word has been taken for this particular statement. So a lot of time, as we saw that time is taken for this particular part. So time will be kept into the consideration and the same flow will begin to work ahead. So once upon a time, there was or there / dot, whatever I will write, my machine is going to continue that and it will take information from the neural network. And as a result, we will get the output. Now, which words follow which after learning? Okay, same thing. Now let's discuss ahead. Once upon a time, a child went to forest and got lost. Okay, this is the statement that we have. Once upon a time, a child went to forest and got lost. Second possible sentences way out for that is, they tried to find their way out. First. Second is, they searched their way back. They ate a pizza alone. They did not meet their friends in school. So now you can see which statement is very much relatable to the statement or sentence that we wrote. The first one, right? The probability of putting the first statement in that particular statement which we had earlier, we can try out the first one itself over there because the other ones are making no sense, right? So that way our machine will be trained to understand that. Fine? Are you getting it? Next. Learning algorithm part 2, understanding conversation pattern. Now, first thing we studied that how the machine is going to learn the language. Second one is how the machine is going to conversate with you, how the machine will know that how conversations takes place. Okay, so let us understand the pattern for it. There is some input as we discussed, and as a result, we will get the output. Now, if you can see over here, what do we see? Now we get ChatGPT to learn the patterns of conversation. Before it saw text of all the kinds. Now we need to give it data so that specifically it has to make up the text conversation. Second task after learning the language English is that it has to make conversational statements. Now, if we are saying what are some ways to make schools accessible for people with disabilities, what we can expect some ways to make school accessible are first point, second point, third point. Okay. Now, what are some ways to achieve this? You can have a short paragraph. Now you can see we gave input that what are some ways to make schools accessible for people with disabilities. So it gave us few points. But when we said that what are some ways to achieve that, it is giving us just one paragraph having whole thing. Okay, so now in the second, when you saw the output section, at that point of time, it is making a conversation. It's a conversational statement, more of just one article to us. Are you getting it? So when we are using ChatGPT, it's not like that, even you can use Google also, but what happens in Google, you get articles. Okay, Google is not going to respond you in the way that ChatGPT responds to you. Okay, because ChatGPT is going to be a conversational chatbot. Whatever responses it will give, it will be in conversational text. Next, understanding conversation patterns. Now, how the system understand the patterns. See, what are some ways to make school accessible for people with disabilities? Some ways to make schools accessible are some ways to achieve this. We have multiple statements. All those statements will be provided to the neural network as we discussed. Okay. Now it will consider the next formed patterns. First is considering pizza not relatable. Discard. Second is actually you can begin with working with accessibility experts. So this word seems to be more connecting to what we discussed earlier. So now we are getting update values in the network to do it better next time. And the same entire flow will work on the neural network. And as a result, we will get a better output in a conversational manner. Next is learning algorithm part 3. Okay, now we have understood how learn language will work. We have understood how learning conversation will work. Third thing is learn conversation that humans like. Okay, now conversation is enough. Our machine is able to make a conversation with us. But now the ultimate challenge is we would like our machines to make conversation the way humans make. Okay, because generally if you will talk with your friend is going to talk to you in a friendly manner. If you talk to your teacher, they will be talking to you in a teacher-student relationship, however you share. If you talk to a machine, the machine is going to talk to you in a different way. So everybody have its own way of talking. But now here, since we want to chat with a machine, we would like it to talk to us the way our friends or other humans are talking to us. So this is the last and final challenge. How that works, let's see it. Conversation practice with human feedback. Okay, now your machine has to practice. Your machine has to be trained that how humans speak. Okay, learning the language and learning how the conversation should be made is not enough. We would need our machine to have a human-like conversation. So now we have to train our machine that in what situations or in what scenarios, how machines will react on us. Sorry, how humans will react on us. So the first thing is, how can I start learning a new language? This is our question, and it has 4 different options. Option number 1 is you can learn many new languages. Second option is you can practice a new language with your friends. Third is you can learn using applications like Duolingo. And third is Spanish is a language similar to English. Now, what do you think if we talk with humans, what kind of responses humans will generate? I'm reading your comments in chat box. Okay, most of you say C. Absolutely. So do you think we can train our machine in the same way? We have to consider that if that was a human, how it would react, how it would give us the response. Okay, we need to make this machine, we need to make this chatbot in a way that it will understand our emotions and it is gonna give us response in the exact same manner. So whatever is more closer to the question, whatever is more closer to how humans will react, in the same way we will be training our machine to understand. So to talk with humans better, ChatGPT is trained again and again using a process called reinforcement learning. If you have learned about AI Foundation, if you have learned about this reinforcement learning in any of the chapters with Clever, you might be knowing something about it, right? Reinforcement learning, if I tell you something about that, this reinforcement learning is when machines learns from humans in a trial and error method. Okay, suppose I have a robot and I have given a task to my robot. My robot has to go to the kitchen and grab a glass of water for me. But that while that robot was coming to me, it just dropped the glass of water somewhere in between. So my robot knows now this task is not completed. So whatever mistake my robot committed at that time, the robot is not going to repeat the same mistake again. So with the help of its mistake, it's gonna be better next time. So this is known as reinforcement learning. And how our machine will be understanding that how conversation can happen in a human way. It's the same thing. We will use reinforcement learning algorithm. I hope it's getting clear to everyone. Okay. So yeah, everybody has given me the answer. C is the correct answer for that because it is quite relatable to it. Okay, so the human feedback is gonna be option C, which is you can learn using you can learn this language called an application like Duolingo, like that. Next is after all of that training, what happens? Okay, first of all, data set. As we discussed, the data set should be present over there, and it would be a billions of web pages because we're going to have a lot of articles, magazines, newspapers, and a lot of data from social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, so that our machine can react on that way. Suppose if I ask my machine how this Instagram is going, what is better, Instagram or Facebook? So my machine should be able to reply to me that on that. If my machine does not know what is Instagram, what is Facebook, and what these applications do, so my machine cannot give me a response. Okay. Second is learning. First is which words follow which. Second, understanding conversational patterns, that is which text should follow the other one. And third one is conversational practice with human feedback. So this is something that it's like a summary of what we just did. Okay, how chatbots are being trained. We have these two things there, data set and learning. This is how the training is being feeded inside the machine. Okay, I hope the training part is clear. After the training is done, simply we are getting the prediction from the machines. I hope this process is clear to everyone. Okay. Okay. So what else do you think ChatGPT can do? What do you think ChatGPT can do? What else do you think ChatGPT can do? It can answer you a lot of questions, right? It can solve a lot of your queries. Yeah. Have you ever used this kind of chatbot for your school assignments or something before? If you are asked to write an essay on something, Do you think that this ChatGPT is gonna help you? It can make you best of it. Yes, correct. People in my class do it. Yes, absolutely. A lot of guys, people, kids and students are doing that these days. No, but for more info. Okay. Okay. ChatGPT can be very, very helpful for us if we use it in a correct and efficient way. Okay. From our schools, we have been given a lot of assignments, right? And sometimes we think, oh, we have to think a lot on that. How am I supposed to write? We take help from our parents, our siblings, and all. So why can't you get a solution in here and using this ChatGPT? Okay, so let us discuss one knowledge discovery fact on this. Who is Ada Lovelace? Do you know about it? Can you Google? Everybody, please use Google and see. She's a mathematician. Search on it. Yeah, Lakshya, it's right. She's a mathematician. Now we need to see, we used Google. Okay, you must have typed on Google that who is she, and you have got a response that she's a mathematician. She was a mathematician. So now we need to understand how this search engine is working. What is Google? It's a search engine where we can search anything and we will get the response. Now let us understand how search engine works, and then we will see how these chatbots are working. First is crawling. Crawling means it will collect the data set. Second is learning algorithm, which is indexing. First, it will collect the data set, then some algorithm will work on it, and finally the prediction will happen. Okay, this is the basic thing that these search engines do. Now, for example, let us understand this part. Crawling, which means data set collection. Now, there is a site which is dayofai.org. This is a site from MIT only. Okay, this has been introduced by MIT. So you can go to that site, Day of AI, and you're going to see a lot of content on it. AI curriculum, education, data science, and whatnot. Second is, the second step is learning algorithm. So now create some tags based on what it saw. So, we talked about chunks. With you might have thousands of lines in one content. But what is the content related? What this content, whatever it has, what is it related to? That would depend upon some of the keywords or some of the tags, right? Which can be AI literacy, AI curriculum, data science education, day of AI, etc. A lot of things. Then the prediction would be Google gets a search of AI curriculum. It compares its text against all of its indices. Then it sees that data of dayofai.org has a relatable tag, and it is going to show you the content relatable to that. Okay, so mostly everything happens with the help of tags or chunks of word. With the help of those chunks of word, it can get any sort of information that you request for. Now, next question is, how would you use these search results? How would you use these search results to write an essay about Ada Lovelace? Okay, so now if you will search on Google and you would write essay about Ada Lovelace, what you will get? You will get a lot of articles. If you want, you can do so. Okay, search on Google about this personality and you will get a lot of links, the articles. Okay, if you want, you can try that. Okay, but what happens is what happens when we use ChatGPT? How is this ChatGPT going to respond us on the personality if we search who is Ada Lovelace, or if we search to give me an essay on this personality? How would ChatGPT react on it? Okay, now there is a comparison on the search engine and the chatbot. What is the difference? First thing, you give it a query. What item should I pack for hiking trip? This question, listen to me very, very carefully. this question, search engine question, you are giving to a search engine. And your query is, what item should I pack for hiking trip? You can see in the left side, my search engine is giving me a lot of articles reference, rank 1, and always whenever you get articles on the web page, it comes according to the rank. So whatever is most viewed, whatever is least viewed, like that, the whole thing comes up. Okay. So even if you search this question on the search engine on Google, that what item should I pack for hiking trip, it's going to give you a lot of articles there. Okay. But now if you write on a chatbot that what item should I pack for a hiking trip, it's going to give you an answer, but in what ways? In a conversational manner. Okay. So if ever given a task, if you ever wanted to know that if you're going to a snowy place or a very chilled wintry place, what you should be using? You would use a search engine or you would use a chatbot, the ChatGPT or whatever chatbots you use. What's going to be the best possible way? ChatGPT, the chatbots, because it's going to give you a better answer in a conversational manner. So it's telling you you can pack your hiking books, hiking poles, stands, rain, jacket, whatever, all of that. Okay. Yes. Akande, very, very good. Your answer is correct. So you're gonna use chatbot for it. Okay. Now you have another question. What if the weather goes really cold? Again, the ChatGPT gives you an answer that for cold weather, you should carry gloves, balaclava, snow boots, fleece, layered clothes, and whatnot. Whatever you need, you can just take that. But it's gonna give you an answer in a way that how a human talks to you. Okay, this is about it. Next is creativity factor. Now here we need to see what is your creativity. You need to create a new song about pizza. Okay, so you will be divided into groups. Okay, and you will get some minutes. Here it is written 15 minutes, but I'll give you some few minutes. Maybe when you are done with that, you can tell me that you're done with writing a song. So you have to write a song on pizza and you have to share me on chat. Your 15 minutes starts right now. So I will consider if you give me like if you give me your answers in a less time, I would be considering that. And you don't have to use ChatGPT for now. Okay, Ansh, don't use ChatGPT. You have to create something out of your observation, out of your innovations. It should be original. Yeah, I know you use ChatGPT. So just make some song from like this one. Pizza. Yeah, one song, maybe 3-4 lines that has word pizza into it. You can write the whole song in one go. Okay, Oh, pizza, you're the perfect meal to feast on. Okay, nice. Oh, pizza, my sweet pizza, so much flavor and taste in one place, so much sweetness and much tasty flavor in one pizza. Eat a lot, eat a lot, eat a lot pizza. Oh no. Okay, let me complete that. Not that anchovies, extra cheesy, hot salami. Okay, nice. Pizza is a good pizza is junk food. Pizza go. Okay, very nice. You guys are very creative. Very nice pizza songs. Now, why I asked you to do this part is we're gonna have this kind of creativity from ChatGPT now. Okay. Okay, I have got few more responses. Pizza, pizza, pizza. I love you. Your what is it? Sorry. Your taste is yummy. Okay, good, nice. It's the food for hungers. Okay, very nice. I think you guys are very creative. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use ChatGPT's creativity on that. Okay, we would ask ChatGPT to write something to us. Okay, we would put this statement on ChatGPT. Make a song on pizza, and then see what it gives us. Just see how your ChatGPT is making a song for you on pizza. It's gonna be something really different from what you did, right? You tried? See how ChatGPT is gonna respond you on that. Okay, I have got one response from Pravit. Nice. And then see whether everybody, all of you are getting the same response, or for everyone, this ChatGPT is creating different music or songs. Okay, I think this ChatGPT is creating a new song for everyone. See, it is not going to repeat anything. Okay. Now coming to this fact, what are some limitations of ChatGPT? Limitations means the shortcomings. Okay, let us understand if there are any shortcomings or limitations which are associated with that or not. First, limitation of ChatGPT. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so the first limitation of ChatGPT is it can be incorrect. Okay, sometimes ChatGPT can also give you wrong responses. Wrong responses in what sense? Here you can see, if I give a question to ChatGPT, what is -1 multiplied by -1 multiplied by -1? So you know, whenever we are doing some sort of calculation, it has to follow the BODMAS rule. Do you know? First it has to multiply, then it has to do the division part, then finally it has to do the minus part. Okay, but our system might not follow the rule, so you might get wrong result out of it. Okay, so sometimes mathematical questions, it might not follow the rule, hence you can get wrong answers. Second is, it does not have much creative capacity as humans. See, as we discussed, ChatGPT is always going to be trained by human beings. Okay, so it is just collecting all the data set and it is creating something for you. So that might not be the original idea. Okay, and it cannot take that originality from human beings. Definitely it cannot do so. Okay, because if even you're asking what is pizza or give me a song about pizza, it is giving you a song definitely, but it's not something original since it has taken from all the other data sets. Okay, so if you think that if you're worrying that no, ChatGPT is gonna be so powerful that no human mind would be like taken in consideration or whatever, so don't think that ways. It cannot be creative and original as human beings. Okay, second is third is it does not know the recent events. Suppose recently if something happened, what was the something, some earthquake happened right now at this moment, and you say what is the scale of Syria earthquake when it happened, so it will say I'm not aware of the earthquakes in Syria. Okay, because ChatGPT that time is not updated with that information, but if you search on Google will give you the information maybe within some seconds. Correct? So now this is very important to understand that in what phase or in if whatever question you have, whether what time you should be using the Google search engine or you should be using the ChatGPT. It completely depends upon what is your requirement. It can never happen that ChatGPT is going to replace these Google or whatever these kind of search engines. No. Okay. For some particular question, we will use ChatGPT. For something, we will use the other one, which is any search engines that you use. Finally, some responses from ChatGPT can reflect our algorithmic bias based on the data set. So it has been trained on the other people who wrote the original algorithms. Okay, what does it mean? Like some responses which are generated from ChatGPT may be biased. Okay, if your algorithm is biased, so definitely the entire chatbot, however it is responding you, it will be biased on that particular phase, right? Because completely we know it is working on some algorithms, and if the algorithm is biased in any ways, definitely you'll get some distorted result, right? Now, ChatGPT is good or bad? What do you think? Okay. Okay. ChatGPT is good. Okay. See, every technique, every technology, every invention depends upon how we are using it. Okay, you have to use it in an efficient manner so that it is going to be helpful for you. Okay, if any assignment is given and you are seeking for help, okay, you need to make an essay on something, and you feel that you are not getting enough help on you're not getting enough ideas, maybe you can get something from ChatGPT. It will help you. Okay, but as we discussed, the ideas will not be original. Humans can be original, humans can be creative, because that is our own personal mind. Okay, same originality we cannot expect from these machines and ChatGPTs. So yes, it's going to be good for you, it's going to be beneficial for you if you use it efficiently. Okay, I have got some responses. Yeah, Lakshya says, as we discussed, that it's going to be biased. Yeah, sometimes it can be biased, because definitely we know machines are always working on some sort of algorithm. So if an algorithm is biased, definitely we can have this kind of thing then. Okay, I hope we are going good, right? So what are some ways you would like to use ChatGPT, guys? After this whole discussion, I would like to hear from you. Now, what do you think? Where are you going to use the ChatGPT platform? In learning, okay. I play the violin. Okay, that's good, Haya. Where is gonna end? Very soon. For essays, okay, good. For my assignment, okay. For my English homework, okay, that's nice. Homework, okay. Maths, okay. As we discussed, the whatever formulas you provide, the formula might not follow the BODMAS rule that we discussed right now, okay? If the system does not know about rule, it might give you the incorrect result. Then you don't say that, ma'am, you told me this and it's not working fine. So if you think the chatbot can act on what you are asking, then definitely you can. Otherwise, use search engine. Depends. What is your question? For my questions, Ralph. Okay, what kind of questions? Personal storybook. Okay, Ayan, that is good. Suppose you need some ideas, you're creating some poem, you're creating some songs, you can use it. Okay, somebody asked me why can't it be interactive and what it was? Accurate answer. It can be very much interactive. To be very honest, it is going to be very, very interactive with you. But since, as we discussed, it has some limitations, it might not know some rules that mathematics have. That is the reason it is not going to give you the correct result all the time. 90% it may give you, but 10% there is some on and off. Yeah, most importantly, you can use this for writing and creating scripts. That is correct. In searching, okay. Good. I think I'm getting a very good response from everyone. Okay. Now, see, if we say, hey, ChatGPT, tell me a joke about a pet named this and that. Okay. And if you write, tell me a joke about my pet named this and that, it will give you two different responses. If you want, you can check it right now. So whatever questions you provide to ChatGPT, you have to be very, very sure that it is specific to what you are asking. Okay. If you need your ChatGPT to tell you a joke on any random pet, it's fine. You can use the first point. Okay. Otherwise, if you need a joke for your pet, definitely you can use this. My pet here. How will ChatGPT know who is your pet? So you will tell the name. No, see, even if you don't put the name, it will make a joke on your pet. Tell me a joke about my pet. It's gonna make a joke on that part. If you clearly want to mention, tell me a joke about my pet who is a cat. So it's gonna make it in that case. Okay, Miss, how do you open ChatGPT? Okay, I will give you the link once again. ChatGPT link, everybody, guys, please save it. Manshi, Radhika, at this moment, you can share this Google Forms to everybody, to all the students, so that they can fill their feedbacks on it. Okay. I hope everybody is clear with this, right? Everybody knows how to open ChatGPT? Okay, wonderful. There's a link I have already given you, what is it? Let me do it again. chat.openai.com. This is the link. You can use it, okay? Coming back. Now we can see, did ChatGPT help you when you search for, tell me a joke about a pet and tell me a joke about my pet who is a cat, dog, whatever? Did that help? Definitely it's going to help you. It's going to make you two different things. It's going to give you two different answers on whatever you are asking. Okay, so it's going to be very, very specific. So make sure whatever you are asking, you have to be specific on that point. So I think that's all from my side, guys.